Hey guys.
It's Monday, Miracle Monday.
Yay.
So, we're getting ready to move. It's exciting. We have like 2 weeks, which is
that's
we have
very
2
long.
weeks until we get the keys, and then we have like an extra week before we have to actually be out of this apartment,
Yeah.
which helps.
It helps a lot.
Yeah. If we didn't have that extra week, I would probably be in a corner crying right now.
Yeah.
We have not packed one single thing.
No. And we have a whole entire big couch to move and beds and bed frames.
Yep.
So if we didn't have that week, we'd probably be sleeping out in the car.
Yeah.
With nothing.
With nothing. Yeah. And I have so many boxes, so that's like a positive. Like
True.
we really don't need any packing materials except for packing tape, which honestly we should just get today.
I was just thinking that maybe we can pack up some books today or something.
Yeah.
Because she has like multiple bookshelves. So that's just the easiest thing to like get out of the way. Like,
Yeah.
because it's not like something we use every day.
Last night we were on FaceTime with Vanessa, and she was telling us a story about some girl, and she called her a librarian bookworm freak. She said she was a librarian bookworm freak. No offense, Mariah. Like all in the same breath. It was so funny. I like that because literally I was like, that kind of describe, like right before she said no offense, Mariah, in my mind I was like, that describes me.
Not the freak part.
Sometimes.
I actually never see you reading an actual book. Only like your Bible and devotionals and stuff.
Yeah, I need to read the Evangelical Imagination book. I started it.
Oh, there's so many
And-
books over there. I was like, which one is she talking about?
That book. I started it, and I can't remember why I stopped reading it. I don't know, but I need to finish it. And then I also just started a book the other day called How God Sees Our Bodies or something. What God Thinks About Our Bodies.
Oh.
And Sarah just recommended that one to me, and she said it was so good. So I need to read those, but it's hard. Like that's why I like audiobooks, because I can listen to them and do other things.
Yeah.
But when you're reading a book, you have to like sit here, and that's all you're doing, and that's hard for me
Yeah, that
sometimes.
couldn't be me.
Yeah. But yeah, I like to read.
Well, you have experience moving, so
I do.
what are your experiences with moving, and what's like the biggest things you've learned to do like first, or things you like learned from the past moves that help you today?
Yeah. So I have moved. I calculated it in the shower. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Drum roll. I have moved 20. This will be my 20th move.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 6 in the last 6 years.
Wow.
I know.
20 times?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah, it is crazy. But I've learned a lot. And like some of it was like transitional housing. Like we didn't live there for a very long time. Some of it was like a few months. Some of it the longest I've ever lived anywhere is 4 years.
Wow, and that was in Indiana?
No, that was in Rockford in Illinois.
Oh.
When I was from the time I was 4 to 8.
Oh, wow.
Every other time we've moved. My parents have lived in this house that they're in longer than that. They've lived there since.
But you just didn't live there for the
Right. I've
whole
moved.
time.
Yeah, I moved out. So, yeah, it's crazy that I've moved so many times. And people are always like, why do you move so much? I don't know. When I was a kid, it was because my dad would get different jobs, or like we were renting, and then we would stay like 3 years, and then the rent would go up and we couldn't afford it anymore, so we'd have to start over. And that's kind of like how it is now too. Like
Yeah.
if the rent goes up too much, you just have to start over. So it's fine.
So how many states have you lived in?
6.
Wow, what are they?
Indiana, Illinois, Iowa.
You lived in Iowa?
Yeah, when I was little.
Wow.
Kentucky, Ohio, North Carolina, California.
Dang. World traveler.
Yeah. I wonder how many times my brother has moved. I feel like he's moved more than me.
Probably.
I'll have to ask him.
He's got a few years on you.
That's true. He does. But I think the most important thing that I have like learned about moving is to label your boxes really well.
Oh, yeah. Like, not just kitchen, but like kitchen, like dishes or
Yes.
kitchen chemicals or
Yes.
like specifics.
Yes. Because if you just put kitchen and it's just so frustrating. If you're looking for something so specific, you have to open every single kitchen box.
Oh
my gosh, it's so annoying. So you have to like sometimes I'll even finish packing a box and I'll be like, oh, like I'll tape it up and I'll be like, what's even in here? And that's stressful.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier like with just my stuff versus like my mom's, like all of my mom's kitchen stuff. Like she's lived a lot longer than me, so she's accumulated a lot more things. And so like my stuff, I can fit all my kitchen stuff in like a few boxes. So it's not like detrimental.
Yeah.
But it is just so frustrating. Like if you are looking for your little like specific mug that you want to drink out of the first morning and you can't find it, it'll ruin your whole day.
Mhm. That's true.
It's tough. That's like the number one thing, is to just label your boxes really good.
Well, we'll be starting that soon.
Yeah, we will. I tried. I can't remember. I can't remember what move it was, but I got QR codes for my boxes, and I really did try to like, because you could like, you scan the QR code and then you type in everything that's in the box.
Oh wow, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's so you.
Yeah, it didn't really work out though, because sometimes when you're packing a box, you'll like put something in there and then realize that you have to like move everything around, and then this one thing doesn't fit, so you have to take it out and put it in another box. So it's really hard to like get every single detail. But if you get the major stuff, then, and if you're like, okay, I'm gonna want to know exactly where this is, I'm gonna put it on the box.
Yeah, and I feel like we like ultimately don't have that much stuff though, so it's
I don't think it'll take us like a super long time to unpack everything.
Yeah.
Especially 'cause the girls will be here and we'll just put them to work.
for real.
But with my last move, moving into this apartment, I was basically just like on my own doing it by myself. And so I hired movers, and wow, what a game changer. Oh my gosh. So usually every move that I've ever done has taken all day, like sun up to sundown, all day. But with the movers, they just came in, got it done in a couple hours, and then I spent the rest of the day unpacking, and it was amazing.
Wow.
It was so amazing, and honestly, I'm leaning toward it. I really think it would be beneficial, especially for this couch. I'm so serious.
I'm so like, I can do it. I can figure it out myself, especially if it's saving money. Then I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever it takes.
And I'm like, I've moved 20 times. We're hiring movers.
And I'm like, this is my first actual move ever.
Yeah.
I moved once before this, and it wasn't like it wasn't like,
Yeah, you didn't have any furniture or
No.
anything. You just packed up your clothes and
yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, so this will be different.
But I think a lot of it depends too on like you when you're gone, when you'll come back, because
and who will like even be here to help us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I might call the movers up today. It's like, put us on the roster. But the guys that the company that I used last time, it's just a flat rate, like flat hourly rate, and they gave me a coupon for my next move. I didn't tell them how many times I've moved, but they knew I was going to be moving again.
Wait, what's the coupon?
I think it's like 5% off or something.
I guess off of a big amount, hundreds of dollars, 5% off is probably still kind of okay.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously.
It'll probably knock off like $100.
You think?
I don't know. Who could tell?
We were homeschooled, guys. It's not our strong suit.
Nope. I actually have a diagnosed learning disability when it comes to math.
I think I do too. I mean, I have an undiagnosed one.
Right.
I was in a math tutor when I was in public school when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to have, like, I don't know. And it was always a struggle for me. Math was the only thing I really struggled with.
Yeah. It's the worst.
But last night when we were on FaceTime with the girls, Ness said, Catherine, how much is 6 by 24 or something like that? I don't know, 6 by something. And Catherine answered it in 5 seconds flat. And
Yeah.
I said, you knew better not to ask me that. And she said, yeah, we're from the same family.
Yeah, it's actually like like people who can just like do math.
Right? That's how I know
Literally-
I have a disability, because it doesn't come to me like that.
No.
It really doesn't.
And so we're thinking about putting up some wallpaper in our new apartment, and we were looking at the dimensions. We were trying to figure out how much wallpaper we would need to order. And you should have seen us. Oh my gosh. It was honestly like the hardest thing
Yeah.
to figure out. We were like calculating, okay, this wall is this big. So we were on the 3D tour measuring, okay, so if we get this much wallpaper, this is how much wall it will cover.
And it's so hard for
my
us.
Gosh, because we can't do math, and we don't have any spatial awareness.
No.
And so you could tell us that it will cover this much of the wall, and that won't mean nothing.
No, not at all. And we will look at something and be like, "Oh yeah, that'll fit there." And then we like put the actual thing there, and we're like, "Wait, this is way too big." Because we just don't like, I don't know, like some people just have a mind where they can like piece things together, and like they can see the size of something and then the size of the wall. I don't know. We're not gifted like that.
My dad is. I used to say to him all the time, like, wow, you must have played Tetris a lot as a kid, because like if we go on vacation or something, he would always pack the car, and he would be able to like look. We would bring the stuff out to him and just like leave it in the driveway, and he would just like look at everything, and then he would figure out how to put it in the van, and I would watch him do it, and I'd be like, how did you, like, I would have never thought to put that there. Like,
yeah.
But he is like that. He can just do it. And I think that because it comes naturally to him, when I was like, oh, you must have played Tetris a lot as a kid, he was just like, no, like, I just do it. Like,
I bet he could solve a Rubik's Cube.
he probably could.
I don't know if that's the same spectrum. But in my head, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't do any of that stuff. So we haven't even seen, like, we haven't been physically into our new apartment yet either. When we went to the apartment, they showed us like a like different one. It's set up differently than the one that we're getting.
Yeah, we just saw a model unit.
Yeah, so we can't, again, that's why we can't picture it, because we don't know. We haven't physically been in the apartment.
Yeah, and so it wasn't even on the same floor as the one that we're getting. And so it's really hard to just like, we've been through the 3D tour so many times, because the 3D tour is like our same layout,
but it's still not us physically in there, so it's not the same.
It's not
to
the
us.
same.
Like, if anyone relates to this, let us know, because we're glad that we at least understand each other, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
We're like, we literally cannot visualize things. Like, don't explain something to me. You have to show me.
Yeah.
Like, even when I used to work, like, in Five Below, people would be like, oh, go put that on that, whatever, and just point. I'd say, what? Put that on which one, where, and how do I do it?
Yeah.
Like, I have to, like, see it visually. Like, it's better for me if you show me how to do something, because I cannot visualize it on my own. Like, until it is, like, set the way it is, my brain just, like, sees it as, like
Nothing.
if I saw puzzle pieces laid out on a table, not together yet, I would be like, I have no clue what this is going to turn into.
Yes.
But some other people could look at it and they could already see, like, between the the things.
between the gaps.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know until the puzzle's put together.
Literally, that's the same with building furniture. Like,
Yeah.
I
can't do that.
I have built so many pieces of furniture, and until the last piece goes in, I have no idea what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, like finally when I screw the last handle in, I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Even when we build gingerbread houses, we have to stare at the box, because it does not make sense in our brains how
No.
to, like, put it together, because, like, there's just something, like, missing in here that like we can't visualize something until it's together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like,
It's the same with me for like when people ask me open-ended questions, like, for example, like when we did our dream day, and I was like, okay, write down like your stressor. If somebody told me to write down my stressors, I'd be like, give me an example. Like, what is a stressor? I need to know. Like, I need very specific like instructions.
yeah. And then you can, like, then you can really come up with it. But until
Yes.
then, it's like your stressor at that moment is that you can't think of what a
Exactly.
stressor is.
That's why I did all the questions before you, and I was like, I'm going to be able to, because I know you're the same way. And I was like, okay, I'm going to tell her, like, this is what I wrote down, just so that you can, like, get the idea
Yeah.
of what it should be.
Yeah.
And I could see it in your face when I was like, okay, here's the question, and here's what I wrote down. Because you would go from to, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Literally. Also, in this current time that we're filming this, my niece has not come yet, and she's going to be born sometime in the next week or two, which is also when we're supposed to be packing and moving. So in between all that, I have to drive down 7 hours to North Carolina and go there for a bit and then come back and then do all the moving and everything when I come back. So speaking of stressors, there's one. But oh
But
well,
it's
it'll all be
exciting.
good. And yeah, we're very excited, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So
Yeah, and wow, when this is published, she'll be born.
yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Aw. She'll be born and we'll be moved.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
So what should we start with first, as far as moving,
Good question.
as far as packing
yeah,
to move?
definitely books and like all these little knickknacks,
Yeah, like
pictures,
games.
and like all of the things
Yeah,
that, you know exactly
Mhm.
what I mean.
yeah,
Even like that stuff that goes on the table.
true. Yeah,
Like, because it's just, if it's not functional, I mean, if it's not functional to our everyday life, just put it in a box.
yeah, that makes
We
sense.
can do without it for 2 weeks.
True.
Even like a lot of the stuff in the bathroom closet.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Yeah.
we don't barely use any of that anyway.
Mm-mm. Most of the stuff on my dresser, I'm going to put in a box.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff in my closet. And also, the trick to moving your like hanging clothes, like your closet clothes, is to take a garbage bag and, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Did you do that on your way here?
No, but I did that whenever we had pest control come to cover them.
That's right.
So,
So you're
like,
well versed in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
my thing is I have to pack my clothes, so
What do you mean?
since I'm going to be going to North Carolina, I'm going to be
Oh, yeah,
packing a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
my clothes.
That's right.
So I can't even, I guess I could like set aside the things I know I want to bring,
Yeah.
and then
like
the
your
other
favorite
stuff that I'm not really going to probably wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Yeah, and I'm going to pack like a bunch of all my dresses and all of the like summer clothes. I'll just like bag those up.
Also, our new apartment has a washer and dryer in the unit,
Oh my
which is like
gosh.
life-changing for us because we always have to go to the laundromat. And I have a whole entire thing of dirty laundry that I'm just waiting till we move in to freaking wash.
The day we get the keys, we're bringing our laundry with us.
No, for real. Because I have so much, and I know if we went to the laundromat, that would be like $30 right there.
Yeah.
And who wants to spend that when in a couple weeks we'll be in the apartment anyways, and we could do it in the comfort of our home.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's going to be magical.
So that's a
gonna
lot
be
of stuff I don't have to
such-
pack because I'm just
'Cause
going
it'll
to
just-
lug the
yes.
whole entire laundry basket over there.
Exactly. Something that I do with my drawers, like my dresser drawers, is I just take the drawers out of the, like I don't take anything out of the drawers. I just take the drawers out of the dresser, and then like I'll put those in my car full, and then we'll move the dresser, and then
That makes so much sense.
yeah, that way you don't even have to pack that
Yeah.
stuff.
Because that's light anyways, so it's
Mhm.
not like it would make a difference. Well, yeah, so we know where to start, so
Yeah, and I'm excited to like clean this apartment, like get it all cleaned out and be done with it.
oh, I'm so ready to be done. We have went through some
Trials and tribulations.
yep,
Couple shootings, blood on the door,
couple pest control
pest control
that don't do their
issues.
job.
Mhm.
and we had to take matters into our own hands. I'm staring at the raid right there.
Yeah, it's been an interesting last 6 months here.
You just sounded so like Chicago when you
Yeah.
said that. I don't even
last 6 months.
the way I said it sounded southern, but
Yeah, that happens when I'm tired. It comes out.
well, any other
Tips and tricks.
any other tips and tricks?
Oh, something that I did for this move is that I ordered like a grocery delivery. So, but it was like I ordered cleaning supplies to be like delivered here. Cleaning supplies, water, like a pack of water bottles, and toilet paper and stuff. That's like such a game changer, especially if you only have 1 day to move in,
Oh, wow.
because
1 day to move in is actually so scary.
mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we don't have that this time
Mhm.
around.
'Cause it's like everything was already here, and I didn't have to bring like a pack of water bottles up the stairs. I didn't have to bring a bunch, like I didn't have to separate my cleaning supplies, and that way I could have cleaning supplies here ready to go, and I could use my cleaning supplies at the old place, and like I didn't have to like transfer it. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
so smart, yeah.
It was really great. And so then as soon as I got here, and as soon as like Laura and Sarah and Catherine came, and so I was just like, here's the spray bottles, start wiping the counters, start wiping out the cabinets. And then yeah, it was just good to have that water, because we don't buy water bottles. So
Yeah.
it was nice for like the movers and for anybody that came to help.
That's so smart. Wow. It's actually exciting, especially because we do have time and we will have some help.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're not doing it alone this
I
time.
know, thank God. Yeah, I did some HelloFresh meals the last move, because I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to da-da-da-da. But I don't think I really need to do that this time, because we love soup.
Yeah, and we'll still be like in this apartment.
Yeah.
So we'll still like until we fully move into that one,
Yeah.
we'll still be like we'll have food and stuff here.
Yeah, it won't be like I won't have to pack up all the kitchen stuff like 2 days before I move, you know?
Yeah. Like it'll just be like when we know for sure like we're done here,
Yeah.
we're not going to stay here anymore,
Yeah.
then just move all the food and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll be good. And yeah, like you said, we love soup, so we can make stuff ahead of time. That we have leftovers already ready. We don't have to really cook while we're moving. Like
Mhm.
we have a few things set up.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully,
yeah.
I don't know if I'll be
Yeah.
in North Carolina.
That's
I don't friggin' know anything yet, but it's all exciting though.
Yeah.
It's both things are exciting. It's just
Yeah.
it all happening at the same time is a little stressful.
Yes. And like the unknown of
Yeah.
when she's going to be born, like that's you just don't have any control over that, so you
Yeah.
just have to go with it and be
Exactly.
flexible. But I am excited. I talked to Erica this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Are you coming here? Hello? Are you coming here when we move?" And she said she's pretty sure she is. But she was saying this, she texted me this morning and said that she was like looking at the memories of 2 years ago when she was here and how much she missed me. And I said, then come here. So
That is our response to everybody.
yeah.
Like, so when are you coming?
Yep.
Mhm.
So it'll be nice. Hopefully everybody will be able to make it up,
Yeah.
and even just to like hang out and help us get settled in, unpack stuff.
Yeah, it'll make it more fun to have
Yeah.
other people and easier. And like if we have at least like a few other people, that's like 5 people moving stuff. And like if they have a car as well,
Mm-hmm.
then we have at least 3 cars we can
Mhm.
use to pile stuff in, and both of y'all can fit a lot. Like you and Erica's car can fit a lot.
Yeah.
My car's a convertible. It's hard, but I fit a lot in there when I came from North Carolina to here. And obviously we could do multiple trips. So that's like we could really get a lot done in a day with just having a few cars
Yeah.
lugging stuff.
Yeah.
As
we
far as
can-
like the boxes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like getting all the boxes over there, I don't think it'll be an issue.
Yeah.
But the big furniture, I think we should let the movers do that.
Well, that's up to you.
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Irma has moved a lot too. That's my work mom. Shout out Irma, she listens to this. And
Our broadcast.
our broadcast. And a lot of times when she's moved, her husband's company has like paid for it and paid for movers and everything. And she'll have movers like come and pack her stuff. She's like, it's so luxurious because I just
Watch them.
watch them. I just take my purse and say, okay, see you later. And she just walks out the door and then goes to the new place, and then they bring all the stuff over.
That would make me feel so uncomfortable though, having all my stuff just touched and
I
like
know.
And how do I know they're going to organize it the way that I would? And I already
Yeah.
have like slight OCD. So yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that would, and also like you never know. Like I don't want any of my stuff going missing.
You're right.
You know? So you just never know. I just personally, that
I
gives me the
know.
heebie-jeebies.
My grandparents had that once. They had mover. Well, I mean, probably more than once, but I remember the movers coming. I don't know why I was there, but the movers came and started packing stuff up. And I remember I was pretty little, like probably 7. And I was like really scared. I was like, who are these strangers? in
Yeah,
this
they're just taking my
house?
stuff.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even my stuff.
Well, yeah,
I was just there. Yeah, my
yeah.
grandma's stuff. And I was just like, and my grandma is so used to having like workers in her house because they just outsource everything. And so she was like, it was like no big deal to her. Like, I'm sure that this was not the first time. And so she was just like, she's so nice. And she's like such a good hostess. Like, and so she had snacks and drinks out for them. And
Aw.
she's so cute.
That's so sweet.
But I just was kind of scared of that.
I would be too.
And also, like, I had already moved a bunch of times in my life, so I was like, why aren't you doing this? So, what was your mundane miracle for the week? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
I have a couple, actually.
Wow.
One of them is, since we're talking about moving into the apartment, a really big miracle that happened is that we found out that we got our apartment at such a discounted rate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was an accident, but like a miracle, because it's like $500 a month less than what it says on the website.
Wow, we're both really gonna have our teeth gone by the end of this season.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more than what this apartment is going to. Like
Yeah.
this apartment's going up like what, 200,
A lot. Yeah.
250?
Yeah.
250. And this is 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's small. There's no washer and dryer in the unit. There's no fireplace. The balcony's small.
And the dishwasher's like in the worst
Yeah.
place.
There's so many things about the new one that's better. And it's literally the price that we got it for. Like literally a miracle from God.
Yeah.
And that's really true. We realized that. We were thinking about it and realized that like God completely hooked us up.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way.
And
Like
it's
there was
such
a lot
better
of
location.
yeah, there was a lot of complications and stuff. Not complications, but there was a lot of like miscommunication with like the property manager at first, and like they kept saying different prices and they kept like getting things confused, and we're like, right here on the paper that you gave us, it says this price, and they're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But on the website and everything else, and then just in comparison to any other place around, it just doesn't make sense. They have like a gym there. We don't have a gym. They have 2 pools. They have like garbage dumpsters in like so many different locations. Like you don't have to walk all the way across to like the middle of the thing. Like there's one like right near your apartment. Like there's just so many things better about it. There's more parking spots.
Mhm.
Like it's just so much better. So God, yeah, I think that's my mundane miracle too, now that we're talking about it, 'cause God really like blessed us and worked that out for us. And yeah, it's actually unreal, but
Yeah.
it's so awesome and so real.
Yeah, it's like crazy that happened, and that, yeah, it's just crazy. My other mundane miracle, not to be like sappy, but I'm just so thankful that you're my roommate.
Oh. I'd have to leave those in this episode because the amount of times.
Because there's so many.
That is like the sweetest thing you've ever said.
It's the truth. I'm so thankful. It's just worked out so well. And every single day we have great conversations. And we just laugh so much.
Yeah.
And you love my food. And that is such a blessing.
Literally, I agreed to all of that too.
And we just like, our minds work exactly the same way.
I
It's
know.
truly terrifying.
Yeah.
Like there was one time, like I think it was last week, that we had somebody over at our house and we were communicating, the 2 of us were communicating with just our eyes. And we had a whole conversation. That was crazy. but it's so fun. I'm
That
so
happens
thankful.
a lot. Yeah, I'm thankful too. That's
I
my
have-
mundane miracle too. I just keep bouncing off of yours.
I have not had like the best luck with roommates, and so I'm so thankful that this happened. I mean, all the circumstances were terrible surrounding it, but in the
It
end,
worked out way
Lord
better.
redeemed the situation.
Yeah, so sweet. I'm so happy to be here.
Good. I love, there are some mornings when I'm usually up before her, and
Always.
except for on the weekends that I sleep as long as possible, and I'll like be sitting here drinking my coffee and reading my Bible, and she'll come out, and sometimes I'll be working by the time she comes out, and anyway, I'll just come over and sit on the couch, and I'll be like, okay, time to tell you what I learned this morning in my Bible.
I know, I love it. And before it was like cold out, we would always go sit on the balcony and have our coffee and like read something or a devotional or sermon, whatever. We would just go have our time on the balcony, and then we'd eat dinner there and stuff too. So I can't wait till it's warm out at the new apartment, because it's a bigger balcony, it's better, and we can also put up like lights and stuff because we weren't allowed to do that here.
Yeah.
So
It'll be great.
thanks for listening, guys.
See you next week.
Peace.